You guys might want to grab a snack and a drink for this one because I've got a lot of explaining to do. Hey everyone, and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Logan Skinner, and welcome to my channel. So, as you can see by the title of this video and by my background, I am back in Australia. I am back home, and I've actually been back for quite some time, probably about 3 or 4 weeks now. I've got a lot of explaining to do for that. So, firstly, I will tell you why I came back, but before I do that, I have to tell you a few things before so you understand the story. So before I left Australia, I was told that I was going to be working 9 to 10 hours a week at a restaurant slash cafe, and I would be teaching English and waitering. I was also told that I was going to get about 20 Australian dollars an hour. So that's probably about 1,500 yen, I think. And I also was told that I was going to be working 6 days a week. So, as you would have seen and known, I went over there and I started at the cafe. I was doing not waitering or teaching English at all. I was shucking oysters and cooking like kebabs. They're called kushi. I was cooking those on a grill, and I was like, okay, like this is good. This is good to start off with, you know, a little bit different. Then, like, I thought, all right, so clearly I'm gonna be taught like waitering. No, I was wrong. I wasn't taught waitering at all. So as you would have seen, my housemate JJ, she was the waitress, and she was the only waitress in the cafe. There was only 3 of us working there, so there was myself, JJ, and my other roommate. And then there was my boss and his wife. We're like the cooks. His wife was mostly the cook. He would just kind of like pop in and out sometimes. And actually for the first few days, he wasn't at the restaurant. So yeah, so she kind of took over. Anyway, past from that, as you would have seen on the Wednesday from my last vlog, I went to Nagoya with JJ. We quickly like rushed home that night. We did get home really late, but we tried to get home as quick as possible because we knew we had work the next day. Well, weren't we wrong? We woke up in the morning, normal time to get to work, and me and JJ were both ready, and we're like, oh, where's our other housemate, you know, because he was always one to get up first, and he wasn't up. So we were like, what's going on? He came out and he goes, oh, what are you guys doing? We said, we're ready, like we're ready to go to work. And he said, no, didn't you get the message? Like our boss messaged us saying no work today. And we said, what? And he said, yeah, like, you know, we got a message. And we said, well, we didn't get no message. So he called up my boss, and he goes, oh, like, what's going on? Like, JJ and Logan didn't get the message. And my boss was like, oh, I messaged them, like, they should know, like, I don't understand, like, there's no work today. And he goes, oh, okay, well, they just told me that they didn't. And he goes, no, I definitely messaged them. And then when he got off the phone, he came and told us, and we go, okay, well, we'll check our phones again just in case we missed it. And we went through everything, checked our text messages, checked our line messages, anything that he could have contacted us on, emails, and there was nothing at all. Nothing to say that we didn't have work. So JJ and I thought that we had work, and we didn't. And it was also really odd because it was a Thursday and our only day off was Wednesday. That's why we went to Nagoya. So that was just one incident that happened. Actually 2, because of the working incident. We also weren't allowed to speak English unless the other customer knew English themselves and instigated the conversation with us. We got told off if we started talking English because he wanted us to talk Japanese, which is in a sense fine, but we came over being told that we were going to teach English, and that didn't happen at all. We didn't try to teach English to anyone. We were never told unless he was like, go speak English to them. But all the other time we had to know Japanese, which for me is okay because I know quite a lot of Japanese, but for JJ and my other housemate, they knew no Japanese, none at all. Like, yeah, maybe little basic things, and they picked up things, but they didn't know much Japanese. So it was really difficult for them. The big incident happened my second week being at this place, and so at the end of the shift we count our money. Well, my housemate was blamed for stealing money. What happened was they dropped a coin, they went to go pick it up, they bumped the table and the box knocked over that we put the money in, and it hid like a note underneath. And my boss came over and was like, I saw you do that. And they were like, no, like, I don't understand. What are you talking about? And they were like, no, I know you did it. You did this, you did that. And they were like, I don't understand. He's like, if I'm not like, I'm always watching you. If I'm not watching, God's watching. And I was just sitting there like, I don't understand. Like, nothing happened. Like, they just bumped their leg and, you know, the table was moved and, you know, accidents happen. Like, I don't understand. Anyway, and so they were really, really worried about that. Like, they explained and they're like, no, that didn't happen. And then they kind of just accepted it because he wasn't accepting. So throughout, like, the weekend, they were just going, like, I'm so worried about it. Like, you know, what happens if he thinks that I'm stealing money? And I was like, no, like, it's fine. Like, there's no way. Like, it was total misunderstanding. That's not how it happened. Like, you wouldn't do that. You said you wouldn't do that, so that's fine. Anyway, so Monday came and one of my other housemates had to go back to their home country because their visa expired. And so we got the Monday off. Then the Tuesday we were waiting to see if we were going back to work. Monday night, I got a message from my boss saying, hey, like, see you at 10 tomorrow. And my housemate was like, oh, I didn't get a message. And I said, like, what do you mean you didn't get a message? And they were like, I didn't get a message to say it. Then they got a message from him saying, please send me your new address. I'll send money on the 25th. Bye. And we were like, what? And they said, oh my God, I think I just got fired. And I said, no way, like, that's not right. So they messaged back and they're like, I don't understand, like, what? And we thought it was meant for our other housemate, considering they just moved. No, we were wrong. They then got a call saying, like, I can't trust you anymore. I would call the police because you were stealing, but you're so young, so I'm not gonna call the police, and I don't believe you, like, nothing you can say, it will make me change my mind. And we were just shocked, and they were so upset, like, so upset. And I was upset and, like, pissed off that this happened. Like, why would somebody steal money? They had already been there for 3 months. If they wanted to steal money, they would have done it by now and left, like, gone and fled. Why would they want to steal money? Anyway, and then one of our other, like, friends recently, like, just wanted a job, and she got the job at the cafe. Little did she know she was taking over my housemate's job, and she didn't know that. My housemate was just really upset and all that, and so that night I went and stayed at a friend's place, and so then I was left by myself at this house. I then went to work the next day with my Japanese friend, and my Japanese friend said, like, no, I'm not gonna start until we talk about this because this isn't fair. And we also noticed that we had never signed a contract. Like, AJ, myself, or the other housemate never signed a contract for this workplace, and we thought, okay, well, that's odd. Japanese friend just, like, waited for my boss because he wasn't in yet, but Mama-san was. Also, by the way, we had to call our boss Master, and I thought that was really weird because it made me feel like I was, like, a slave to him, but apparently in Japan that's normal, so I don't know, it was weird, but I always just called him by his name. Anyway, I went to go clock on, and all our pay slips were gone. Our timesheet pay slips that we normally, like, just punch on to start work was gone. And I was like, where's my timesheet? Like, am I gonna get paid for these shifts that I just did? Like, what the heck is going on? And Mama-san was all like, oh, I don't know, she wasn't very good with English, so she was talking Japanese and English at the same time, and I was trying to understand, it just wasn't. But she said something like, my boss took it, or my boss threw them out, or I don't know, something to do with that. And I was like, well, what do I do now? And she just pointed and was like, oh, start a new one. I was like, okay, whatever. So I started a new one. Anyway, fast forward from all that, my boss came back, talked to my Japanese friend, and she got really upset because she was trying to explain, like, what was going on. She didn't understand. And then my boss like had a chat to me and was like, what did you see? Like, you know, they took money, like you saw it and you didn't tell and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, no, like that's not how it happened. Like it was total misunderstanding. They're like, you weren't even there. Like, I don't know, the story just got jumbled around, and apparently like my housemate agreed to take in the money, and I don't know, it was really, really weird. But so at this point I was really confused and I was just like, I don't understand. So then it was just the three of us. So it was my boss, it was Mama-san and myself. And then I had to do the waitering, didn't I? And I also had to cook the cushy and chuck the oysters because there was just three of us. And I said to Mum, son, I was like, oh, just the three of us today? And she goes, yeah, it'll be fine. Like, you know, it's kind of rainy outside. It'll be fine. We got smashed that day. And I didn't know anything to do with the menu. I didn't know how to use the cash register. I didn't know how to do, like, work the ice cream machine properly. Like, I did a little bit beforehand, but I didn't know how to do it, like, fully. I didn't know where plates were. I didn't know any of this stuff because I was never taught. So it was already a huge debacle. Oh my gosh, I'm getting flustered over just talking about it because it was seriously, it was terrible to say the least. Anyway, I then went to my boss and I was like, look, like, don't we need a contract to work here? Like, what's going on? And he goes, yeah, there's a contract. Of course there is. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, where is it? Like, because I need to sign it. And he goes, oh, it's on the computer. I'll bring it next time. I was like, what? Okay, but I should have, like, done this to start off with. And then he goes, okay, well, I'll just talk about the contract with you. And I said, okay, sweet. And he was like just talking about it all, and then he said, oh, you get paid 1,000 yen per hour. And I said, 1,000 yen per hour? I converted it and it's about like $10 to $12 Australian. I was like, no, that's not right. Like the guy who like told us to come over, your family friend, told us that it was $20 an hour. And he goes, no, that's too much. That's not right. And I said, what? Like, where is this coming from? And I showed him and he goes, no, this isn't right. We were also told that we were going to get breakfast, lunch and dinner if we like wanted to, and it would just come out of our pay. Not once did we get offered that. We only got offered lunch, but breakfast and dinner we had to do ourselves, which was really annoying because groceries were so expensive. We spent about 17,000 yen just on groceries to try and last us a month between three of us at the time. I was just like, what the heck? And I mentioned, you know, I was meant to be waiting, I'm meant to be teaching English, and he goes, no, that's not right, like, no. And then, out of nowhere, he goes, oh, do you have any valuables at home? And I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, oh, like, valuables, like money, or like something that's really expensive. And I just went, no, they're like with me today, like they're on me. And he goes, oh, okay, and walked out. Then he would go, oh, how much money do you have? Like, do you have enough? And I said, yeah, like not a lot, of course, but I have enough to like last me. And he goes, oh, it's okay if you borrow money from us. And I was like, one of my housemates just got accused for stealing and you are asking if I want to borrow your money? Are you, what, trying to set me up as well and say that I will be stealing? No way. And I was like, no, it's fine. Like, I'll feel bad. Like, don't worry. And he goes, oh, no, it's fine. Like, we can give you 10,000 yen and, like, it's fine. And I was like, no. No. I'm not going to do it. Anyway, the next day, of course, was Wednesday. And, of course, I had the day off. I was just catching up with friends and all that. And I was just about to go meet JJ at the bar. And then I hear the door just open, and I was so scared. I was like, this is it, somebody's breaking in, what the hell. But the good thing was that for me, I'm a really protective person. Well, because I'm really protective, I locked all three locks on our door, because there was a top one that you have to do manually, two that you could unlock with the key. So the manual one was inside, and of course, this person that was outside couldn't get in. Then I heard it was my boss, and I was like, I didn't get a message. He didn't ring the doorbell. He didn't like knock on the door. What the hell? Because he thought I was away that day. He thought he could come over and just do that, with all my personal possessions after he asked me about my valuables. And I was like, no way, this is not on. So, being the actor that I am, I pretended that I just woke up from a big nap, and I opened up the door and I was like, oh, hi, like, what's wrong? And he goes, oh, we're just here to inspect your housemate's room, you know, is that okay? And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, I guess. And he came in, like, checked the room. I stayed in my room completely. I was just, like, fiddling around with stuff. And then he came back to me and he's like, okay, see you tomorrow, and left. And just in my head, I was like, what happens if I wasn't here? Maybe he would have searched my room. Maybe he would have ransacked me. I don't know. That's why I was so glad I was home and still there when he came. I told mum and dad about it all, and they were basically just like, you have to quit, you have to get out of there, this is ridiculous, like, you're being underpaid, you've been lied to, like, you know, I tried contacting the guy that's over here that hired me for my boss, and he was totally uncontactable. My dad tried, didn't call back, nothing, like, and we were like, this is it, like, you know, I've just been lied to, I just spent so much money, I spent so much time just to be ruined by this. Me and my housemate didn't lose faith though, and we were just like, no, okay, like, we need to get out, of course. This is where the bombshell really hit. We found out that my boss had ties with the Yakuza. The Yakuza is the Japanese mafia. And my Japanese friends were like, you have to get out. Like, you have to leave Ise, go to Tokyo, go to Hokkaido, go to Fukushima. Just go. Just get out of here as far as possible because now you're in danger. And I was like, great. I could die here. This is it. Goodbye. Like, this is where I end. Anyway, so the next day, I literally just went in, I quit, and I left as quick as possible. He was so, like, dumbfounded that, like, I quit, and he believed that it was all because of my housemate getting, like, with this, and no, it was because of my safety, and also because of that, like, I didn't want to be there anymore. It was exhausting. I was hurt. I was crying, like, in nights, just being like, I want to go home, like, this is ridiculous. Me and my housemate went to Tokyo, and we tried our best to find a job. My mum got sick of it and was like, no, you have to come home. So they went back home to their home country, and then I was there by myself, which was okay. I went on every single job site every day, just trying and trying and trying and trying. Got to a point where my parents were like, no, like, you're gonna run out of money, you have to come home. I got an email from Virgin Australia saying, congratulations, you've made it to the interview round. We will let you know when the date is. While I was in Tokyo, I got an email saying the date is the 21st of June to come for the interview, and it will be in Sydney. And I was like, this is it. This is my break. This is huge. Like, I don't know what else I can do with Japan. I didn't want to give up. I seriously didn't, because we did put so much time and effort and money into this, and it was just sad. Like, if I just left, you know, only being there like for a month. And anyway, so mum and dad were like talking about it with me. I was talking about it with them, and we were just like, look, it's best for me to come home, especially if I'm going to go to this interview. So I came home on the 18th of June, and I kept it low for ages because I had this interview with Virgin Australia in Sydney. A big chance of me moving to Sydney, and I don't want to be like, hey, I'm back, but I'm actually going to be moving to Sydney soon, to all my friends. So I kept it quiet for that. I kept it quiet because it was embarrassing to come home so early. I told everybody I was going to be gone for at least 6 months, and it didn't happen because all that bullshitaki happened. Anyway, I went to the interview and all that, and I think about 2 weeks ago I got an email back, and sadly I didn't get it, which is really annoying because we were hoping for it and it was my dream, and I didn't get it. So now I'm back trying to sort out my life. It's good to be back. I'm still upset and everything, but it was a great experience and I did so much. Don't think that, like, my vlogs and stuff aren't going to go up. I'm still going to put up all my Tokyo vlogs. That will be coming up very, very soon. I'm in the process of editing them all. But I just wanted to tell you all that I'm back and give you the reasons why I'm back and let you know that I'm safe. And yeah, so that's it for this story time, guys. I know it was really, really long, but I really hope you guys enjoyed it and understand why I'm back. Please, please, please don't think Japan's a bad place. It was just a bad experience for me. Didn't look into it enough, and yeah, just a lot of other things happened. Yeah, so that's it. There was some good things though. I did have some like I met some amazing people, so I thank them all so much for helping me out and giving me accommodation when I needed it, and yeah, just helping me. So that's it, guys. If you liked this video, please give it a huge thumbs up and comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Guys, please live life in happiness and love life. Bye. Needed somebody to lean